glad to have you join us on the news at this hour on African News 24 TV. I am Christiana Chikezie. We'll begin on a sad note as a couple and their child have been confirmed dead by the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority following a crash at the Secretariat bus stop end of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Authorities also confirmed that 2 other persons sustained critical injuries in the accident. LASMA said the crash involved 3 vehicles, an Audi, a Toyota Camry, and a Toyota Corolla, and occurred when a heavily loaded truck traveling at excessive speed struck one of the vehicles from behind. The collision caused a chain reaction, sending the vehicles into other moving cars, while the truck driver reportedly fled the scene immediately after the accident. The injured victims were extricated from the wreckage and taken by the Lagos State Ambulance Service to a public hospital for urgent medical attention, while the bodies of the deceased family members were recovered and handed over to the Lagos State Environmental Health Monitoring Unit for evacuation. LASMA General Manager Olalekan Bakare Oki described the deaths as an unbearable and irreplaceable loss and reiterated warnings against reckless speeding, especially by drivers of heavy trucks. He added that LASMA is committed to strengthening traffic surveillance, enforcing regulations, and collaborating with emergency agencies to prevent similar tragedies. Moving on to finance, the Nigeria Governors Forum and NNPC Limited are at odds over claims that the oil company under-remitted about $42.37 billion in oil revenue to the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee between 2011 and 2017. The audit, conducted by Periscope Consulting, flagged the alleged shortfall as a serious concern for state allocations. NNPC has rejected the findings, insisting all revenues were properly remitted during the period. The company described the report as an inaccurate and misleading, noting that the accounts have always been audited and transparent. FACC has intervened, directing both parties to a joint reconciliation session to harmonize records and clarify discrepancies. This is aimed at ensuring future allocations are accurate and avoiding further disputes. Observers say the outcome of this reconciliation will be critical. Any confirmed shortfall could strain state finances, delay monthly allocations, and heighten public concern over transparency in Nigeria's oil revenue management. Moving on, Professor Wole Soyinka has criticized President Bola Tinubu for assigning what he called an excessively large security entourage for his son, Seyi Tinubu. Speaking at the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Awards in Lagos, he said he was shocked to see a security team large enough to take over a small country escorting Seyi Tinubu in Ikoyi. Soyinka said he contacted the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu over the matter, insisting that children of leaders are not elected officials and should not inherit state power. He urged Tinubu to reduce such security deployments, noting that the personnel are needed elsewhere. Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to infrastructure delivery and unity across the state as he commissioned the extension of the dualized Ohada-Omoku Road on Wednesday. Speaking at the ceremony, Governor Fubara said the project fulfills a campaign promise made to the people of Ahwada, noting that during the electioneering period, he had appealed to residents to support him and also vote for the president. He stated that returning to commission the extended road demonstrates his commitment to keeping that promise. Governor Fubara explained that the road extension to Obok would boost economic activities, improve transportation, and eliminate the security challenges previously experienced along the corridor. He thanked residents of the area for their support, stressing that the success of the project was a combined effort between the government and the people. Reacting to political rumors in the state, Fubara dismissed claims of conflict with members of Rivers State House of Assembly. He said he had made efforts through party leaderships to meet with the lawmakers, stressing that he has no reason to avoid them. According to him, unity remains vital for development and the state cannot progress in an atmosphere of rancor. Governor Fubara further encouraged residents to remain peaceful, assuring them that his administration will continue to deliver democratic dividends. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party has condemned the All Progressives Congress over Governor Siminalayi Fubara's defection, accusing the APC of engineering political instability in the Rivers State. PDP leaders insist that the defection will not weaken the party structure in the state. The party reaffirmed its commitment to grassroots mobilization and engagement, warning that continued political manipulation could threaten democratic principles. The development comes as defections and realignments intensify across states ahead of the 2027 general elections. From the National Assembly, the House of Representatives have stepped down several bills transmitted from the Senate, heightening concerns over a growing tension between both chambers. During Wednesday's plenary, lawmakers expressed frustration over what they described as prolonged delays in the Senate's handling of House-passed bills. The action, they said, was a push for legislative balance and a call for renewed cooperation within the National Assembly. There is more on this report.
The House of Representatives on Wednesday took the unusual step of stepping down, suspending consideration of bill transmitted from the Senate, signaling a widely institutional tension between both chambers over the handling of legislation. Lawmakers in the lower chamber accused the red chamber of repeatedly failing to act on the backlog of measures that originated in the House for procedural move to register their displeasures and press for reciprocity. Members argued the House of Representatives to pass a long list of bills as scheduled for concurrence by the Senate, with mildly reported count around 140 to 146 bills left unattended. Several members of the House of Representatives during a plenary declared that they had personal bills pushed back in the upper chamber for months, while some for over a year, promoting motions to step down Senate concurrence bill until the impasse is addressed. Some members called for a return of inter-chamber dialogue and for committees of both sides to fulfill statutory reporting duties promptly, arguing that mutual cooperation rather than a tit-for-tat step down to prevent further erosion of public trust.
The All Progressive Congress offers a more coherent and disciplined platform, one that aligns better with the aspirations of our constituents and provides the stability required to deliver development and meaningful governance. My defection is therefore an act of responsibility. It is rooted in principle, strengthened by faith, and anchored on the overriding need to serve my people without any encumbrance.
It is a great pleasure that I rise to move that the House do adjourn plenary to tomorrow, 11 a.m., same venue. I so move.
While appealing to the clerk and the secretariat to delete the other part of announcement which is not part of our programs today, I hereby second that we should do adjourn till tomorrow, 11 o'clock.
Parliamentary watchers that the standoff could deepen legislative gridlock and slow the passage of time-sensitive laws, while critics say it exposes weaknesses in committees' oversight and the rules that govern referral and concurrence.
And the Economic Community of West African States has praised Nigeria for swiftly helping to foil a coup attempt in the Benin Republic, saying the intervention was crucial to restoring order and safeguarding democratic governance at a time when the region faces growing insecurity and political instability. We have more on this report.
In stopping the recent coup attempt in the Benin Republic. ECOWAS President Omar Alieu Touré gave the commendation on Tuesday at the opening of the 55th Ordinary Session of the Mediation and Security Council in Abuja. He said Nigeria's rapid response played a decisive role in restoring order, earning the country a standing ovation from delegates. He called for increased cooperation among member states and proposed more frequent meetings of the Mediation and Security Council to address emerging security and humanitarian challenges.
We stand and applaud the rapid intervention of ECOWAS under Nigeria's leadership in Benin. I think this is the ECOWAS our community is looking for. An ECOWAS that is rapid, that is flexible, and that is responsive to the needs of our people. We must continue to defend democracy. Excellencies, if ECOWAS is rated today, I think we will have moved a little bit up. That credibility needs to be sustained.
ECOWAS said the attempted coup in Benin was quelled through coordinated action by loyalist forces supported by Nigeria under the bloc standby force mechanism. The commission reaffirmed its commitment to defending constitutional order in all member states.
State Internal Revenue Service has sealed the ShopRite outlet at Ikeja City Mall over alleged non-compliance with tax obligations under the Personal Income Tax Act. The agency also issued a warning that tampering with the official seal without prior approval constitutes a criminal offense. The closure comes at a challenging time for ShopRite operations across Nigeria. In recent months, several outlets have struggled with operational disruptions, including empty shelves, severe stock shortages, and in some cases, complete shutdowns. Despite these difficulties, ShopRite operators maintain that the brand is not exiting the Nigerian market. Instead, they said the company is undergoing a restructuring process aimed at stabilizing operations and adapting to current economic conditions. The sudden shutdown of the Ikeja outlet left many shoppers stranded and forced to look elsewhere to purchase the items they needed. Also in business, the Securities and Exchange Commission has applied to the Investments and Security Tribunal to freeze all bank accounts of Crypto Bridge Exchange and 25 other defendants. They are accused of defrauding investors of 1.3 trillion naira through an illegal digital asset investment scheme. The SEC is also seeking approval to seize properties and assets allegedly bought with funds from victims. The regulators say this is necessary to protect investors and prevent further losses. CBEX has promised extremely high returns to investors, a warning sign of a Ponzi-style scheme, and its collapse left hundreds of thousands of Nigerians with frozen investments. The tribunal has adjourned the case to January 27, 2026, as authorities continue efforts to recover assets and hold promoters accountable. On the foreign scene, South Korea and Japan reacted furiously on Wednesday after Chinese and Russian military aircraft conducted joint patrols around the two countries, with both Seoul and Tokyo scrambling jets. South Korea said it has protested with representatives of China and Russia, while Japan said it had conveyed its serious concerns over national security. According to Tokyo, 2 Russian nuclear-capable bombers on Tuesday flew from the Sea of Japan to rendezvous with 2 Chinese H-6 bombers in the East China Sea, then conducted a joint flight around the country. The incident comes as Japan is locked in a dispute with China over comments Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi made about Taiwan. The bombers' joint flights were clearly intended as a show of force against our nation, Defense Minister wrote on X on Wednesday. Top government spokesman Minoru Kihara said that Tokyo had conveyed to both China and Russia over serious concerns over our national security through diplomatic channels. Seoul on Tuesday said that Russian and Chinese warplanes entered its air defense zone and that a complaint had been lodged with the defense attachés of both countries in the South Korean capital. The planes were spotted before they entered the air defense identification zone, defined as a broader area in which countries police aircraft for security reasons, but which does not constitute their airspace. Meanwhile, Tokyo said Monday it had scrambled jets in response to repeated takeoff and landing exercises involving fighter jets and military helicopters from China's Liaoning aircraft carrier as it cruised in international waters near Japan. And now on sports, Atalanta pulled off a dramatic 2-1 comeback over Chelsea in a crucial Champions League group stage match on Tuesday night. Chelsea took the lead in the first half through João Pedro, but Atalanta responded after the break with an equalizer from Gianluca Scamacca. Charles de Keletare then scored the late winner, completing a decisive turnaround, leaving Chelsea winless in their last 4 matches across all competitions. The result boosts Atalanta's hope of progressing to the round of 16, while Chelsea faces mounting pressures to secure qualification. Meanwhile, attention now turns to another high-stakes clash in the group stage as Real Madrid hosts Manchester City tonight. Real Madrid face defensive challenges with several players unavailable, while Manchester City aim to bounce back from a recent home defeat in Europe. Both teams have much at stake, with qualification and momentum in the balance. Football analysts predict a competitive match, with City considered slight favourites given current form, but Real Madrid's attacking options could make the game unpredictable. Moving on, ahead of the Nations Cup, former Nigerian internationals Tijani Babangida and Victor Ikpeba say the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco offers the Super Eagles a crucial chance to redeem the nation's football reputation after failing to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Speaking in separate interviews, the 1996 Olympic gold medalists noted that the disappointment of missing a second straight World Cup still weighs heavily on players, officials and fans. They said the AFCON remains the team's clearest opportunity to restore national pride. Babangida said the AFCON presents Nigeria with the only opportunity to redeem its reputation after the playoff loss to DR Congo, as he described the Congolese as more organized and determined, and noted that winning the tournament would help ease the disappointment among fans. He added that Nigeria has the quality to reach the final, but urged head coach Eric Shell to build a balanced team and reduce dependence on Victor Osimhen. Ikpeba said a semi-final finish would be a realistic target for the Super Eagles, stressing that the team is not among the favorites for the title. He warned that African football remains unpredictable, citing Morocco's inability to win the 2023 AFCON despite their World Cup success the previous year. And that is all we have on the top stories at this hour. I am Christiana Chikeze. Stay tuned to African News 24 TV for more updates and breaking news throughout the day. Bye for now.